It's been an interesting 24 hours to say the least. This video is going to be action packed. First, we got a big announcement, and then an update, and then a comic call, and then you're going to help me pick out some books for CGC submission. So let's get right to it. We don't have much time. First, I'm going to start an update here. So for those of you who've been kind of watching and following along, you know I submitted 7 books, and 1 came back already. This was in the non-pressing, non-cleaning tier. I got a disappointing grade. And I have 6 more books remaining. Now, 3 are waiting to be cleaned and pressed. 3 are, and this is the update today, so 3 were processing for grading, and now the status has changed to grading, encapsulation, and imaging. So I anticipate they're grading as we speak, and then this will be encapsulated and set in their records, in their census records, and then shipped out. So we could see the status change to shipped maybe by Friday. So I'll post an update video once that happens. So that's just exciting. That's exciting. Whenever you see a status change on the CGC submission, it's a good feeling. So I'm sure many of you know what that feels like. All right, the other update I want to give you is this. Okay, so I wasn't going to attend Emerald City Comic Con because there wasn't really, I think Hayden Christensen was like the only real notable name. I'm sure there are other creators there that maybe the comic fam is excited about, but I didn't see anyone in particular, so I hadn't planned on going. Well, that all changed today. Emerald City Comic Con announced that Jim Lee, yes, my favorite comic book creator of all time, the great Jim Lee, is coming on December 4th and 5th to basically speak on a panel, sign comics, and just engage with fans. And yeah, it's just, so this is going to be my first time at a comic convention, let alone the Emerald City Comic Convention. I was going to probably go next year. I had planned on going next year, but that all changed with that announcement, so I am going. I bought my ticket already. And the next thing I have to do is sign up for one of the premium packages that gets me an exclusively signed print, as well as 3 CGC signature books of my choice. So I basically 3 books that I want signed, and they're going to be submitted to CGC as proof. And I get to take a photo with Jim Lee on my camera, as well as sit in on his panel when he speaks on a panel. So that is scheduled for December 5th, and yeah, expect a video. I may do a live feed from the con itself. Now, my wife has been very generous, and I really appreciate her and thank her for, this is an early Christmas gift, because really she could have kind of said, hey, I basically communicated how much this meant to me, and it was nice to see her kind of support that. Now, another update. So this is going to be in December 5th, so I have about a few weeks. I mentioned I have another side hustle, so that side hustle is going to be bringing in income. That income is helping to pay for the ticket and the CGC books, but that income will also be utilize to buy comics at the convention, and hopefully I can do some trades and maybe sell some books there, or at least trade for books. I don't know about sell, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay, that's that, and so that's exciting news. That's very exciting news. I also was able to pick up some. So we had some holiday books lying around for our baby, and we decided, we are constantly bringing in books for the baby, so we kind of cycled out the ones that he doesn't read or that we've read, sort of overread to him, and so I took those, and I was able to secure $2.43 for about 25 books. Yeah, it's not that great, but $2.40. Sorry, yeah, $2.43, and let me go get the receipt. See if I still have the receipt here. I think I did keep the receipt. Anyway, basically I spent $1.66 on, and I got 4 books. $1.66 on 4 books. That's essentially 40 cents a book, and they're pretty good books. We're gonna go through them. So what's great about half-price books is that now, depending on the half-price books you go to, for example, there's a half-price books in Linwood where they price all their comics. Everything's priced out. Some of the modern stuff they don't price out, and those you can pick up for half price. But they have a pretty, I think, knowledgeable comic guy there, so you're probably not going to get the deals I got. And anyway, the half price books that I go to is you can find some pretty good bargains from time to time. I mean, there are 3 half price books that I frequent, and they all of them you can find, like, $10 books for $2 sometimes. They're in pretty good condition. But yeah, on rare occasion do you find books like that I found today. I know on a previous video you saw that I found a DC Comics Presents comic book number 49 that has the first, I believe, sorry, it's like the second or third Bronze Age appearance of Black Adam, and it's a pretty pricey book. I got that for $2. It's a key. It's definitely probably closer to 100. Well, today nothing as big as that, but it's pretty big. I mean, considering I spent $1.66, you may be surprised. Now, first of all, this is great. I went up to the counter. I said, "Hey, your policy is half cover price." And the guy's like, "Yeah." And so I presented him with this I was willing to pay $0.25 for this, but I said, "Hey, so what do I do about this book?" And he basically just gave it to me. He said, "Yeah, it's yours." So I got this book for free. Yeah, it was nice of that store manager to make that call and give me the book. So shout out to him. This is the next book I got. Yes. Okay, so this is the next book we're going to look at. And yes, X-Force number 15. It's a great cover by Greg Capullo. This is his first art on X-Force. So it's a key. I think it's like a $20 key. And what's great about this, if I get this encapsulated, so because I basically paid like 60 some cents for this comic, I will get it graded, and I will put in the the $33 to get it graded in hopes that it will come out a 9.8. And I think this is a 9.8 candidate. It's great. Yeah, I'm just so glad 60 cents for like a $20 key. Great cover. Great Greg Capullo cover art. Him doing Cable and Deadpool. That's just, you can't beat it. And look how great this copy is. So, sharp corner. Okay. And what you're seeing, that white you're seeing, is actually on the bag. The comic is clean. Yeah, as you can see, nothing color breaking. There's a little indentation there that can be pressed out. So this will be cleaned and pressed at CGC. But again, 4 sharp corners, really clean book. I just don't know how anyone would put a book this nice. They obviously didn't know the value of this book, but this is a hot book. Yeah, with Spawn heating up. I think a lot of people are recognizing just all the great work and how great of an artist Greg is. So kudos to his work, and I'm just glad to have this book in my collection now. This is available for sale. I mean, I want to keep it, but if I can sell this and get something that I really wanted for my collection, that's good. But that's the thing. I'm gonna probably want to sell this to a collector who will overpay, or pay a little over what it's worth. Especially if this comes back a 9.8, I can see a lot of people would want this book. I could probably sell it for $100, and we'll see. So that's the hope, that I'll submit it to CGC, get a 9.8, and then who knows, maybe it'll skyrocket in value, because that's a great cover. And so, as you know, I collect covers, so even if I don't end up selling this is just a great cover to have in a possible 9.8. Now, I was excited to get this book. Let me show you what happened. So, I threw it away. So this comic I actually found in the 25-cent bin, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover this so you don't see the comic on bottom. I found this in the 25-cent bin, and the reason I got it was because it's an Emerald City Comic Con exclusive. It's a variant cover of Heartthrob. Now, I've never heard of this comic. I don't know any of these people, but what I noticed was there are 4 signatures on this book, so I'm assuming those 3 are on the book. In fact, that looks like Christopher Sabella's signature, Robert Wilson IV, that's probably that signature, Nick Filardi, I think that is Nick's signature, and then there's another creator here who looks to be possibly another contributor to the book. But anyway, really good. I mean, it's a good condition book. That's the bag you're seeing. I mean, it's not like 9.8 by any means, but because there are a few creases here. I mean, not creases, but like ticks that aren't color breaking. So this could use a nice press. But the thing is, it was in the again, it was in the 25-cent bin, and they put the sticker price tag sticker right on the cover. It wasn't bagged or boarded in anything. They put it right on the cover. So when I tried to remove the 25-cent sticker, I should have just kept the sticker on. It was an orange, like 25-cent sticker, half price book sticker. But I attempted to remove it as carefully as possible. I failed, and there's a little bit of like tear right there, and also there's still like sticky grime and dirt on there. So this definitely needs like professional cleaning. and a press. Now, is it worth it to get this book? I probably won't submit this to CGC, and I probably won't do anything about that in terms of like professional cleaning. I mean, I'll spend more time maybe to kind of get off that, because it's really just like sticky residue. I just didn't like have the time or patience to do it. But at some point I'll go back and try to clean off that gunk. That tear is really the thing that just bugs me. I hate, anyway, the fact that there was a sticker on there was just annoying. But anyway, it has 4 nice signatures, Heartthrob. This is a #1 issue. It's a variant from Oni Press, so it's a pretty rare book. Again, it's a Comic-Con variant, so these very exclusive, plus with the signatures. If you're a Heartthrob collector, if you're into these, like, I guess, very rare independent comics, I'm sure this is worth a pretty penny. I may go to some of the comic shops and just try to pawn it off, but again, the issue with the book is it was in the 25-cent bin. They put a sticker right on the cover, and I was unsuccessful at removing the stickers, so that's annoying. But anyway, if you're interested in this book, if you know who these people are and the significance of this book, hit me up in the messages. Okay, in the final book, so mind you, I got 4 books for $1.66, so we're looking at 40 cents a book. One I got free. This one was 25 cents. This was 60 some cents, and this is the beauty I got. Yes, it is The Death of Superman. Superman number 75. So you're looking at a $1.25 cover price. So I got this for the same price as I got the X-Force, 60 some cents. Now this is the black poly-bagged comic. It was taken out of the bag, as you can see, so that does hurt the grade. Although I hear if you get that black poly-bagged comic graded at CGC, they take it out of the bag anyway, but they return the bag to you along with the bag's contents and just encapsulate the comic. So you can get essentially like whatever grade the comic comes out, you get it as is. Although I've also seen photos of them encapsulating the black bag in the you know, I don't know if it's because of a request or what, but when you do with the bag, they're grading the condition of the bag, so it's you know, they don't necessarily have an accurate grade of the comic. So I am going to submit this to CGC. So again, for 60 cents, if I get a 9.8 on this as well, I mean, we're talking like $150 book that I could sell it. I could sell it for $150. But this is one I'm going to keep for the PC. So if I get this back at a 9.8, this is going to be a PC book. Just about as famous a book as you can get. This was such big news when they killed off Superman. And so, you know, there's like 6 or 7 prints of this book as well. And this is, again, to have one in this really good condition is, I think, rare as well. So, it's taking a look. Nothing along the spine that's spine tech, so it's a perfect spine. I mean, you got maybe a little bit of a like a spine crease there, but that will not prevent it from getting a 9.8. Again, that's the bag you're looking at here. Let me just tilt it up here, get a better angle. 4 sharp corners. So barring anything on the back of this book, this is very clean 9.8 candidate. So I got 2 9.8 candidates for roughly $1.20 at my local used bookstore. So I'm patting myself on the back. It's been I'm I'm almost like tempted to not even attempt buying stuff at the comic shops. I'm just kind of focusing on. I know there's another local guy on YouTube who, and shout out to him. I really like his like hunting skills. He can find a lot of good comics in the wild. So shout out to him. I think his name is it's not coming to me, but anyway, shout out to him. He's I do watch his videos from time to time. But yeah, I think in terms of my efficiency and my success, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. So again, 4 books, $1.60, and anyway, we'll get to that. So these, I don't know when I'm going to submit those to CGC, but with the additional income coming in, I know I have a lot of books right now that I'm looking at on eBay, and we'll have to just see how I can make that additional income kind of use it to my ability where I'm creating books, and I'm also getting books for inventory for the shop. But a lot of the books I'm looking at right now are actually for the PC, so that's not a good sign. Okay, this is what I need you to help me with. Again, so I'm just gonna put these comics off to the side here, and bring up my Jim Lee comics here. So the last thing that I'm looking to do is, again, submit. Again, I'm going to Emerald City Comic Con to meet my comic idol, Jim Lee, and it's gonna be amazing. I've been wanting to meet the man since I was in middle school, essentially, and he's just done so much. So this is these are my Jim Lee books. Now I'm paying essentially for 3 CG. Now these tickets go on sale. I don't have the ticket yet, but the package goes on sale. I believe Tuesday for just regular ticket holders. They're selling spots to like high premium members. They started selling yesterday. They're selling also on Friday. And so I'm going to have my opportunity on Tuesday of next week. And I'm going to get the premium tier, which is $225. But what you get is you get an exclusive signed print. I don't know if you have a choice of prints. Maybe you can select from a character. I'm hoping that they have a choice. So I would choose like a Superman print. Maybe I'll choose an X-Men. We'll see. X-Men or Superman, one of those two. And then yeah, you get 3 CGC signed books. So he'll sign 3 books and they get submitted to CGC right there and then as the signature series. And then you get to sit on his panel, and then you get to also take a photo with him. So these are all just amazing things I'm looking forward to. Now, the question of which books to get signed. First and foremost, this is definitely going to get signed. This is my 9.8 copy of the first X-Men book he ever did. X-Men 248. And you can see right here, Jim Lee worked on the cover and the interior. So This is a great, huge book. Now, that's for certain. What's not as certain is the other two books that I'm going to submit. So that's a little bit of a trickier endeavor. And so I'm just going to put my phone down real quick and you can listen to me talk as I get the comics out. I'm lazy. I don't have a lot of time to do editing and all that, so forgive me, comic fam. I know you probably want more from your video comment. Okay, so we're just going to go through the books, and I'm going to kind of, I guess, since I'm already getting an X-Men signed, I'm tempted to just not go with X-Men. In fact, this is probably going to be my second book that I'm going to get signed, but the only issue with this book, it's a great book, but it needs a press and a clean first and foremost. There's a little bit of ink rub there. There's a little bit of like cover roll there. I mean, it's a near mint copy, but they're just little tiny flaws that it wouldn't come back a 9.8. But this is his first cover for Marvel. Okay, his first official cover for Marvel, which is a very significant book. It's also his first Wolverine. Okay, his first Wolverine. So keep that in mind. This is a book you would definitely want signed. This is another book you'd want signed. The most iconic and best-selling comic of all time. And I have this great cover. And that's the other thing. This is a book you'd want signed, but it's not, I mean, it's a near mint copy. Don't get me wrong. It's just not a 9.8. This is not a book you can get pressed either. So that's the only issue I have with those two books are the condition. The condition of those books really bar it from getting, I don't know. So anyway, those are two. This is the other consideration. And just because this is his first Superman, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna get this book. Because this is a 9.8 candidate, and this is something that can be pressed. There's a few like non-color breaking bends here that can be pressed out. It's not a valuable book, but it is significant because this is his first Superman. And I have the statue, so it would just be great to have the statue next to a 9.8 signature series of this book. So yes, I've decided this is going to be the second book. So the first X-Men, the first Superman. This would be another great cover, the kiss with Wonder Woman. But no, we're going to go with this one. Yep. Okay, so X-Men and Superman 204 are going to be the two books. Now the third book. So third book could be that Wolverine. These are all just his X-Men run. I don't think we need to submit an X-Men run book. And the other books I have from Jim are some of the, like his Image stuff, like Wildcats. I have a Fantastic Four thing cover that's like a dollar bin book. What is the other book I have? There's nothing of I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's nothing else that outside of these X-Men, which are all great covers, by the way. I mean, couldn't go wrong with. Just take a look at my Jim Lee. I have a video if you want to look at what the actual Jim Lee books that I have. Like this would be another great cover. It's just, I know if he signs in black, you'd get a signature. It would be visible, but it just wouldn't pop like it would on say that cover or this cover, right? If you sign right there, like above Jim, like above and Wolverine, that would pop. So I'm kind of leaning toward the Alpha Flight, his first Marvel cover. Yeah, I think he would also appreciate. I'm sure he's aware of the significance of these books, and so I'm sure a lot of fans will bring the X-Men book, but I don't think too many fans would bring the Alpha Flight. So it'd be just cool to see his reaction when he signs the Alpha Flight. Maybe he'll do a remarque as service as just sort of like acknowledgement. Yeah, so this book, that would be another great book to get signed. And I do see a lot of these books signed by him, so yeah, it would be another great book. But I think the three that I'm going to submit are there. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to again wait for that day. It's December 5th. I may do a live video. I'm definitely going to try to pick up some comics there, save up some money from my new side hustle, and spend at the Comic-Con, get as much as I can get. And then, yeah, I'll kind of post videos photos and whatnot. Maybe do a live Instagram thing on my Instagram page. So check my Instagram page and stay tuned to the channel to see everything that goes down and all the updates leading up to Emerald City Comic Con 2021. All right, thank you for watching.